got our next guest, right? This guy does it the old-fashioned way. Like, he wants to get you in the gym. He wants to make sure you're eating right. He wants to get your muscles right. You know what I'm saying? So he said he can help me lose my man titties and get me look like a Lou Ferrigno. So that'd be amazing if you could do that. So but Jamie, bringing on. Go ahead, Ron. What you want to say?
No, I'm just saying you don't want to look like Lou Ferrigno. That's
all right. Yeah, it's too big. Yeah, it's too big. I look at
Plus,
somebody.
You need that needle too.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But this guy does no needles. I knew him for a long time. So, Jamie, bringing our next guest, the trainer Leon.
What's going on?
What's up, man? What's up, brother? Thank you for waiting for us, man. We had some technical difficulties with our glass, so gonna make sure. I'm glad you was patient with us, brother.
It's okay.
And listen, I might call him Leon. I know him as Poppy, so sometime I might slip in this interview. I'm just telling people now. This is the same person when I say Poppy. That's Leon. So welcome, brother. Welcome. So
thank you for having me.
Thank you, man. Listen, man. Welcome, man. So Leon, you did it the old-fashioned way, like with your workout regimens and stuff like that. What do you tell people when they first come meet you and they look like me and they want to get like sexy, like Chadwick or somebody like that? What do you first tell them?
Well, the first thing I tell them right off the back, that this is it's a journey. If you look in, I train mostly women, so like especially in the beginning, I used to get like a lot of people that would inquire about working with me. They would tell me something like, "Oh, can I lose 15 pounds in 3 weeks?" And I'm just like, "No, I'm not the trainer for you. I'm looking for people who are looking to make a lifestyle change, not, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds because I'm about to go on vacation. I need people who are dedicated, who are going to be consistent and really, really want to change their life. Like those are quality clients, and I'm looking for client retention. So if you just be around for 2 weeks, it's not really worth it. I'll do it because at the end of the day, I work for myself and I need to make money. But I try to make it very clear to them that you're not going to really get the results that you want.
Unless they smoke crack. Let's say smoke crack and they go run in the gym. Oh, somebody background. They smoke crack, they go run in the gym, they run from police while they smoking the crack. They might get down 15 pounds.
They just might. And Mr. D, I used to work at Pennsylvania Ave, so I'm pretty sure there's a couple of people in there like that.
Listen, I'm gonna bring something up about Pennsylvania Ave in a minute, but we're gonna keep on going with this. I'm gonna bring this up before the night is over. We worked in the hood, so it's some funny stories. So I know a lot of people say the best way to lose weight first starts in the kitchen. So you can tell people. Can you explain that to people when they say that?
Yeah, absolutely. The hardest part about going to the gym, especially if you're working with a trainer, and I also tell this to my clients too, the hardest thing is once you leave the gym. Because, when you have a trainer, I kind of believe it or not, I kind of consider myself like a cheerleader. I don't know if I'm being too modest or not because, my clients, they'll thank me. They'll say, oh, I couldn't have done this without you. And I just tell them, like, you did all the work. I just sat here and rooted you on and cheered you on. But the hardest part is when you go home, because when you go home, that's when you have to have more discipline. You got to know not to eat the junk food and, just eat right. Eat right. Everything comes down to eating because you can't out-train a bad diet, point blank, period.
Leon.
Yes. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
How long would you recommend a person working out a week and also staying on a diet in order to lose a substantial amount of weight?
Well, I don't like to necessarily use the word diet because diet sounds so restrictive. Listen, I like to have my fun and, I eat Chinese food from time to time. I love ice cream. Ice cream is one of my favorite things. So I don't like using the word diet. I like to mainly say, we want to practice better nutrition habits. You know what I mean? But for most people, I would say you want to work out at least 4 times a week. You always want to get that over number. If it's 7 days a week, you want to work out at least 4 times, not 3. Nothing under 4. I always go for, I say at least 4 times a week.
And how long should a person be inside the gym for?
Honestly, I would say about an hour and a half, moderate workout. And I always make it clear to the people, like me, I like to work out very intense. But this is because this is something that I like to do. I love this. But you don't have to train like you're working out for the Olympics. It's really not, it's not necessary. Like, you can go to the gym for an hour and a half, and you can still get a good workout in and go home. You don't have to spend hours upon hours in the gym. It's just not necessary.
All right, for gentlemen, let's say 50 years old or whatever, middle-aged man, just trying to get back into the gym or just really trying to take care of himself for the first time, what's the best form of working out or exercise? Is it calisthenics? Is it aerobics? Is it free weights? Is it what would you say?
That's actually a really good question. So as you get older, and it's funny too, Mr. D, Damon, that you
call me Mr. D. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, that you were talking about. You want to look like Lou Ferrigno. Now, I don't knock anyone for their fitness goals, but I am really a firm believer that as you get older, you don't necessarily want to go for lifting heavy weights and going for like big muscles because you're getting older. Your joints, they've been through a little bit more wear and tear. You don't really want to put that on your body. If you're older, like you said, I'm sorry, Derek. Yeah. When you're a little bit older, you want to go for just, mobility, strength training, those type of exercises. Just making sure that you can just do your daily activities without being too tired. You want to go for stamina, not necessarily a whole bunch of weightlifting and stuff like that. I would say mainly mobility and core strength, because once you have like a strong core and you build up your core, I promise you, everything is going to come together. Everything is going to come together.
Yeah, Leon. I had a conversation with Kelvin and Derek when we were out to dinner this week, and I'm an advocate believer in stretching. Right. I felt once I started stretching, it just changed my whole dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Do you agree with that?
Yes, most definitely. Because if you don't stretch, you're eventually going to injure yourself.
Things are going to pop.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let me ask you this question, Leon. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just saying that I try to stretch at least 3 to 4 times a week before I get up in the morning, to get my day going.
I'm just curious. How long do you stretch for?
I usually stretch for like about sometimes 10 minutes to 15 minutes, depending on if I have somewhere to go, if I'm running late or whatever. But I try to get it in. Like, my wife helps me stretch. She stretches too.
Good.
But I noticed since I was stretching, I feel a lot more energetic. And like you said, my mobility is definitely improved a lot,
And Rodney, if you can too, even try to push that to like 20, 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to work on
it. Very helpful. You'd be surprised, especially younger people, like just tight and just it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. We got two questions here. What is a good indicator that your body is working? And skipping rope is big now. Do you recommend skipping rope or running?
Skipping rope or running? I want to answer the second question first. I'm not really that big on jumping rope, but I love running. I actually fell in love with running all over again when the pandemic first happened, because the gyms were closed, and I was just running all from April to September. So I'm definitely a big advocate for running. Skipping rope, I don't really knock it. It's just not really my thing. But I'm not knocking it.
I can't even jump rope. It saved my life. Somebody paid me. I don't know how to jump rope. It's weird.
I'm such an amateur when it comes to skipping rope. That's not my thing. But if you want me to run from here to Amsterdam and 79th, then I got you. We could do that. Now the first question that she said, what's a indicator that your body is working? If the person can they be a little bit more specific with that question, because that question is kind of vague. A good indicator of your body could be you woke up and you feel fine. You know what I mean?
I think what she's trying to say is an indicator that your body may be burning, like burning fat.
Well, of course, I think the obvious answer would be, because even that's still kind of vague. And I hate to I don't want to just dismiss her like that, but it is still kind of vague. But I think a quick answer for that would be, the first indicator that you're losing weight is exactly. You're not even losing weight. You're losing inches.
Correct.
So you're going to feel it in your pants, your shirts, things like that.
Yeah. So, go ahead, D.
No, I was gonna say, do you have any like before and after pictures that we could look at? And if so, can we look at them? Like, Jamie, do you have them ready for us show it some of the people, and you can
Oh
talk
yeah,
us through?
absolutely. I have a few.
Yeah, talk
Jamie,
us
can you
through it,
see
man.
the?
Yeah, that's my logo right there.
Mm-hmm. Jamie, are you there? Oh, there we go. Got that. Okay, we got that.
Yeah, these are just some of my clients that I've worked with before. That's Mariah. That's another one. Her name is Z.
I see the change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually my niece, and that's not from today. That was actually from November. That's me in May when the pandemic first started to July. So that was my own before and after. That's somebody I can help get ready for a wedding. That's one of my other clients. She didn't want to show her face.
Down 22 pounds.
That's another one of my loyals right there. And that's another client of mine named Debbie.
Smiling faces right there, man.
Yeah, and that's just me working out in the park. And that's me just getting some of my t-shirts.
Leon, I think the person may have been asking, how do you know that your workout is working?
Oh,
that your workout is working?
I think that's what they may have been asking.
Okay, well, you want to see how you want to see how you feel after a workout, okay? Because a good trainer doesn't mean that you went to the gym and you thought you were about to pass out or you had to go to the bathroom and throw up. You know, a good especially in the beginning, good trainer is not going to kill you. Exactly.
Yeah, not gonna break you.
He or she is gonna assess you. They're gonna see what your strong points are. They're gonna see what your weak points are, and they're gonna work on that. They're gonna build you up from the ground up, and then you're gonna start doing, the workouts that you might want to do. So I think to answer a question, it would be more so, how does she feel after the workout? Does she feel better about herself? Is her mood better? Does she want to come back to the gym? Is that right there? I think that's the main thing. Do you want to continue to do this? You know what I mean? Because that's another thing I tell one of my clients. You have to enjoy working out somewhat, because if you don't enjoy it at all, you're not going to do it. Who's going to keep doing something that they don't like to do at all?
That's right.
Nobody's not going to do it. You have to find something that you enjoy about it. So if you leave feeling good and you're like, damn, that was good, I want to come back, then you're definitely on the right path.
You know what I always want to know about the pecs? It seems like I could get arms to go up if I do it, but the pec situation, I always thought it was about push-ups and things, but the quintessential body type I liked was like Jordan in his prime, just to be cut, to be lean and to be cut. And I always used to hear that it's less weight, more repetition. But I think people like myself, I've never really been part of a gym. I don't know what to do in a gym. So what is the starting point? Is it just to do push-ups or some chin-ups? What would you suggest to a person that's not really a workout freak?
Well, somebody that's not really a workout freak, I would basically take them through the basics. In the beginning, a lot of full body exercises, and then as you get more and more experience, then we could kind of break it down. We can break it down into like a upper body day or lower body day, or one day we'll just focus mainly on core. I'm really not a fan of, and I don't knock the people who do it, but I'm just not a fan of, today we're just doing chest. It's a chest day, or it's a back day. I feel like that's a really, really outdated way of working out, and it's just not it's not beneficial to people. It's you can get way more results when you work out, when you structure a workout around your whole upper body, as opposed to, okay, Kelvin, today we having chest day. It's useless in my opinion.
Listen, you mentioned something earlier that what you like to do is run. You mentioned that.
Yeah,
that was the thing. So let's say I'm a gentleman right here, I'm 50 years old, but let's say I have plantar fasciitis. All right, I do something from that. What do I do to get some of those same benefits?
Derek, plantar fasciitis, that's really light, man, and it's you need to do what Rodney is doing. Honestly, you got to start stretching more, because I was dealing with that when I first got back into the game with running. Like, I remember one night I woke up in pain from plantar fasciitis, and it usually comes down. It's just a stiffness in your calf. You just need to stretch out your calf and your ankle. That's all it is. You just need to stretch it out. And I know it's just. I hope I didn't just kind of just brush you off like, oh
no. But that's the answer. If you're telling me that I have to stretch better, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's one thing that I do acknowledge and I don't do. You know, I'm telling you, you stretch and you stretch consistently, it'll definitely get better. And just make sure that you got a good pair of shoes. No, absolutely. My old trainer, he did help me stretch a lot, and it did make a huge difference. So I kind of fell off.
Yeah, even it's funny. Even at one point, I had a trainer, and this was even when I was training people, and he used to always laugh at me and just be like, "Yo, get some new fucking shoes." You know what I mean? So shoes, they're really important. They're really important.
Leon, what do you recommend? Recommend some shoes. Like, what's a good running shoe? What's a good working out shoe? A bike riding shoe? Anything?
Well, the shoes I use right now, I use different shoes for different days. So when I'm doing a lot of conditioning exercises, or I know I'm just a lot of jumping around and stuff like in the picture you see, usually I like to just get a pair of sneakers that have protection around my ankles. Can I just grab a pair of shoes real quick that I can show you that I love?
Real quick. I'm about to get right. I can tell y'all I'm about to get right. Don't see me in July. Don't see me in July, brother.
Calvin gonna get a sexy on.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Great bodies are built in the winter.
You see these sneakers right here?
Yep.
I think these are my favorite pair of gym sneakers ever. Why? Because they protect my ankles when I'm doing a lot of jumping. They're wide enough for when I squat. I feel like these are the perfect gym sneakers. Now, when I'm running, Nike has these gym sneakers. They're called the Nike Renew Run. These are really, really comfortable for running right here. Very, very comfortable. I don't know how good you guys can see it, but they're really, really comfortable for running.
Yep. Is that gel in the heel?
I don't know if it's gel, but I know that it's very comfortable. And me, I'm a heavy guy. I weigh 225. So when I'm running,
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11". So I pound hard on the ground.
So he's saying he's heavy at 225. I'm trying to get down to 225.
Yeah, exactly. 225 is like a dream. Yo, for me to get down to 225, I have to be born again.
How much you weigh right now?
Oh, I'm not even going to say that on the air. We'll talk about it after this show.
Right, fair enough.
Don't put me on the spot like that, Leon.
so Leon, I got a two-part question.
Sure.
Does it make any difference with people? Some people pay these high-end gym prices like $100-something. Some people go to the $10 Planet Fitness and all the other ones that we have around. Does it make a difference on the type of gym to get the result?
In my opinion, absolutely not, because I've been to some of the worst gyms, and I've also been to gyms like Equinox before. Now, granted, Equinox, of course, the customer service is 100 times better than a gym that's located in a bad area. But you can get a good workout any gym you go to. Any gym you go to, it doesn't matter. It's just about how bad you want it.
Speaking of that, gyms in a bad area. Do you have any kind of interesting stories with gyms in the bad area? Can you tell us about any interesting stories?
All right, so this is like when I was working for a gym. I won't say which gym, but I was in East New York, and I'll never forget. I was working as a trainer, and I was training this guy, and we were just warming up, just going through little basic things. And this is a true story, y'all. I had him doing jumping jacks. He was doing jumping jacks, and a fucking gun fell out of his pocket.
Wow.
Yeah, a gun fell out of his pocket.
Wow.
The
Did it clear the gym out?
Nah.
Wow.
Did you continue to work them out?
I did.
Because you were scared?
It's like I'm no tough guy, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I wasn't scared.
More in shock.
Wow.
I just looked at him. I said, "Yo, what are you doing?" Like, I'm like, "Why do you like
beef at the gym?"
Why you got that hair right now?
Wow.
He must have thought.
That's a true story. A true story.
Wow.
He must have thought he was still in the yard. Next thing he fell out with a shank or something. Probably fell out.
Mr. D, I don't know, man. I don't know. I never seen that like that in my life.
Yo,
why would you even think to do jumping jacks with a gun on you?
And get a one off? Yeah,
like what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
like you got that many pounds that you brought a gun to the gym.
In the hood, you never know. You never know.
I mean,
maybe he's got his muscles on so he can have his fights and his shootouts. I don't know. So, Poppy, I'm sorry, Rod, you got a question for him?
I just got to put my last question. Leon,
yes,
what would you recommend to somebody as far as changing their eating habits to get started?
I would say, understand that even that too, just like with working out, that it's a process. It's a lot of trial and error. Some people can go, they can do a whole full 360 and change their diet. But what I've come to see with people, when they do that, they usually end up crashing. So let's say that you eat 4 times a day, right? Let's like really be realistic, all right? Let's start by let's have 2 like really healthy meals, and then let's have your other 2 meals. But let's lower the portion size.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I would go about it. Now, if you feel that you can do a full 360 as far as you're eating, then go for it. But what I've seen time and time again is that when people try to do that whole 360 overnight thing and change their diet, like a week or 2 later, they just end up crashing and they back at square one.
Yeah. Because when you mention portions, like somebody told me, like your portions shouldn't be bigger than your fist. Is that correct?
I really can't say. Me personally, I've never heard that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also not the type of person that weighs food and things of that nature.
No, they don't say weigh it. They don't say weigh it. When you put it on your plate, it shouldn't be bigger than your fist. Then that means you got too much food on your plate.
I got big hands, bro.
Yeah, well, I got big hands. That's probably why we can't lose weight.
Honestly, Rodney, I've never heard that before.
Okay.
I've never heard that. Not saying that's true, but I've never heard that.
Okay.
So Leon, where can people find you at? How can they get in touch with you?
Oh yeah, they can find me on Instagram. They can find me at my name on Instagram is my name Leon, Leon and the gym. That's LEON _AND_THE_GYM. Leon and the gym. And if anybody want to hit me up, they want to message me just to inquire about my prices and how my training programs work, please feel free to reach out to me, man. I'm very confident in the work that I do.
Yeah, and on this page it shows all the work for people they work with. You work with regular people like the ones like us that's in there. And if Absolutely. They can't get, if you don't have Instagram, please hit one of us up, Kelvin, Rodney, Derek, and myself, or Jamie, the producer, and then we'll get you in touch with Leon.
Absolutely.
Brother, we appreciate you coming on tonight, man. There's a lot of fun, a lot of insight and information that you give out to the people, man. And you gotta be safe. No more hood gyms, bro. No more hood gyms.
Yeah, I know. I had to leave it in the past.
Let them go work out at Rikers. They be all right over there. All right, brother. Peace, and tell your sister I love her. Tell your mom I love her too. Tell your mom I love her too. All right, bro.
Good night, brother.